Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Andy. I'm coming back to you guys with another very quick video on the LifeSmart LS200 110 plug and play hot tub. So I have gotten a lot of comments, a lot of questions that a lot of you viewers have sent to me about this tub. A couple of very quick things I just wanted to touch base on. So the first thing that I wanted to touch base on was this is actually a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 jet hot tub. Okay, now a lot of you had asked me about the water level and how high it should be, and I know the manual on this is a little vague. So what you should do is when you are filling the tub, okay, the water level should be just above the actual float or strainer. Okay, because what's going on is when you turn your hot tub on and you have your pump and your jets going, okay, and then you have your air on as well if you choose to use it. What's going on is this little float right here moves and bounces with the water, okay, with the water level. So water's got to be able to enter in through here, go down through your filter, okay, and then what happens is the water comes out your strain tube, which is right here, right next to your light. Here's your strainer, and right above it is the light. Okay, so I tell people when they ask me, make sure that your water level is just right above the actual float. And if for some reason it's hard to tell how high that is, or if the ground you're not on is completely level, what you can do is you can just go to the highest point of the fourth outline that the jet would be if you had the deluxe version. Okay, so either to the top of the actual line of the circle or to the very top of the actual float. Okay, so if you look down in here, you can kind of see, kind of hard to see with the light, but there's your filter. So what happens is if you look at this, you twist this ring counterclockwise about a half a turn. This strainer will lift out, and then your filter sits down below. At that point, you take your filter and you twist it counterclockwise. It unscrews, pulls out, then you reinstall it clockwise, screws in, and then the strainer screws back in. One turn to the right. Very easy. Okay. Now, one more thing I was asked about is a little cooler in the back and how that works. So, on the back of these little tubs, you have a little, well, you got a cup holder here, then you got one in the front there. Okay, so people have been asking me about this little cooler, how this works. Because I know it says on the website it's got like a little ice cooler in the back for chilled beverages, or a little cooling rack, whatever you want to call it. So, it's roughly about 7 inches tall by about 6 inches wide. Okay, so there's a little plug in the bottom. Okay, plug just sits in, plugs into the bottom. So what this is used for, let's let the truck pass first. So if you wanted to fill this with, say, cold beverages, ice, whatnot, what happens is you can fill it with ice and then let the ice melt if you want to put some cold beverages in here. And then what happens is when I'm just going to use some water here to show you, to demonstrate how this works. Once the ice melts, okay, you're going to have water. Okay, it's going to sit in here. So at this point, you will pull the plug. Okay, and the water drains. There's a very little tube at the bottom that drains the water from the actual little cooler, if you want to call it that. Okay, so that's how that works. And at that point, you can just reinsert your plug. And on to the next one. Okay. So again, a great little tub. Like I said, well worth the money. I'm just doing these videos to help you guys out because I know a lot of people had questions about these, because there is really no videos on YouTube about these and the operation of them, the size of them, anything like that. So if anybody's got any more questions on it, please let me know. Shoot me a message. And again, I love hearing from you guys, love helping you guys out with these videos. Oh, one more thing I should point out is on these seats, okay, you have a bench seat, which is right here. Seats maybe 2 to 3 people, depending on the size of them. Then you have solo seat, okay? So one thing that I should know, which isn't a big deal at all, but it's just something to take into consideration, is that these two seats, right here and right here, are slightly lower than the bench seat, okay? It's just got more of a bevel. If you guys look at it, you can kind of see how they kind of bevel down a little bit. 1, 2. This one's kind of a more of a slightly slanted bench seat. But again, not a big deal at all. I mean, there is no issues with the tub. It's great. I would honestly say 3 full-size adults would probably be it for this tub. For maybe small children, maybe 1 adult, 2 adults, and maybe 2 kids would be perfectly good. But yeah, again, great little tub, well worth the money, especially if you can get it on sale. So any more questions, shoot me a message in that box and I'll get back to you guys, okay? Thank you so much.